I want people to understand how disgusting and depraved Joe Biden's Israel policy has been, even in comparison to other American officials historically. Here's journalist Katie Halper comparing Republican President Ronald Reagan's Israel policy to Joe Biden's. When Israel was missile striking and bombing West Beirut the same way that they're doing to Gaza today, Ronald Reagan called up the Israeli Prime Minister and said that they needed to stop or the U.S. would no longer maintain relations with Israel. He even compared what Israel was doing to the Holocaust and condemned them for killing babies. Now fast forward to today, where in just a few weeks, Israel has killed over 4,000 children, and Joe Biden has offered them more money and weapons in order to continue doing this while refusing to call for a ceasefire. In fact, his press secretary called those calling for a ceasefire disgraceful and repugnant. These people are more pro-war than Ronald freaking Reagan, one of the most hawkish pro-war presidents in American history. And what Ronald Reagan did was not abnormal for U.S. presidents. U.S. officials throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s were always telling Israel to cease the brutality and territorial expansion, saying that they had to abide by international law and the rulings of the United Nations. And this didn't always stop Israel, but at least the U.S. made an attempt. Now, if you look today, Biden is tacitly supporting and actively funding Israel's plan to move 2 million Palestinian people out of Gaza and into the Sinai Desert. He's funding and endorsing the mass murder and territorial expansion that even extremely imperialistic U.S. presidents of the past had condemned. So I can't help but laugh when I hear all these Democrats and liberals crawling out of the woodwork to say, oh, we still have to vote for Joe Biden even though he's sponsoring genocide. He's the lesser of two evils. Guys, this is one of the most evil American presidents we've ever had, and that's saying a lot. He's the face of the American empire as it's reaching an incredibly decrepit stage. He's not even pretending to be against genocide and the forced displacement of Palestinian Arabs at this point. You seriously want us to vote for a person who called peace disgraceful and repugnant? Not gonna happen. I'm only voting for a candidate who wants to see these two men tried at The Hague for war crimes, because that's where they belong. This man should be in a jail cell, not the White House.